Hi, thank you for joining me today, and in today's video I'm actually joining in with the Hey Little Magpie Chat and Inspiration group on Facebook's monthly challenge. So this month Sam has set a tic-tac-toe challenge, so I've chosen the top row, which is to use mixed media, hearts and layers. And I'm documenting this photo of Amelia when we had our first trip over to Northern Ireland to see her granny and granddad. And she was all bundled up, ready to go for a coast walk. The look on her face is just priceless. It really is sort of, what are you doing to me, Mum? I love it. So I've grabbed out my Rainbow Avenue because the colours in these papers go perfectly with this photo. And I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers circle cutter. This is the first time I've used this. So you probably saw the first circle. I wasn't pushing quite hard enough. It doesn't really need any pressure, but I was focusing so much on keeping the central piece down on the page. I wasn't pressing at all on the arm where the blade is, so got it much better the second time around. So I've chosen that mixed media pattern paper as my main paper, and then I'm cutting circles out and I'm going to layer these behind one another to create a beautiful tunnel effect. I'm just cutting off the branding strip there, and then I'm going to distress around each of the circles just to give a little bit of dimension and definition between the layers. So the second paper that you can see there is full of hearts, so that ticks the hearts bit on this challenge. And I could be lazy and say that this paper ticks the mixed media, but I do some mixed media on it as well. And then layers is the third thing I need from the tic-tac-toe. I'll leave it up in the top left hand corner so that you can see the varying options. Do come and check out the group. It's on Facebook. I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description box below. Free to join, and there's loads of inspiration from the design team at Hey Little Magpie there. That's my shop if you didn't know. So just working out what I'm going to do for the next layer. I was looking at this rainbow paper, and at first I thought I was going to use that as the background, and then I decided I wanted another circle, and when I flipped it over I actually preferred the other side. So you'll see that in a second. I'm just going to get these papers layered down and then I can carry on. So just using some wet glue to stick things down there. And I'm still trying to decide whether I want the photo fully behind the circles or whether I want it half in, half out. So here I am with that circle cutter again. And I think I started off with 7.5 inch circle, and then I went to a 6 inch circle, and I'm pretty sure that this is a 5 inch circle. But that, if you haven't got the We Are Memory Keepers circle trimmer, it's amazing. I don't know why I've taken this long to decide to get one. But definitely have a look at that if you enjoy circles on your layouts. So this is where I make a terrible boo-boo. I'm trimming off the excess paper so I can use it on a future layout. And I hadn't realised that, I managed to trim it off too close and I've got a big hole. But no bother, I'm just going to piece it back together again with some washing tape, and you literally can't see it once I've finished embellishing as well. There's no issues there, but gosh, I was frustrated. So I just grabbed a piece of washi tape from my stash and just pieced it back together on the back. Like I say, you can't tell. There were a few options. I could have added my photo on that side of the page to cover up the hole, but on balance I decided I definitely wanted the photo on the left. So there we go. Like I say, once it's all done you wouldn't know. So just considering putting that rainbow paper behind the photo there, but you can see I've flipped this over and I actually prefer that grey grid with the hearts. Again, it's got hearts on it, so filling that brief. And now deciding to put the photo behind. So still contemplating using those rainbows, but then I remember the mixed media prompt. So I switched that out for some white cardstock in a minute, and I shall add some mixed media onto that. So just making sure that all these layers are stuck down, and I am going to have to be brave and trim them off, but I was really dreading it because I'd made such an error the first time round. It's so silly, isn't it, when you've done something 100 times and then you get it wrong, you panic about doing it again. So just deciding exactly where I want this photo of Amelia to go, and I found the easiest way to do that was to add the glue to the paper and then position the paper over the photo like that. With hindsight, I wish that I'd trimmed the white border off the photo so that the mixed media could have gone right up to the edge, but it still looks nice. So here I am now, cutting off the paper, the excess paper, not going too closely to the edges. Just checking that that's stuck down again. That was the place where I made the error last time, so don't want to do the same thing twice. So there's the base of the layout now. So now I can start embellishing and then adding that mixed media. So first of all, I come in with these foam stickers. I see this camera straight away, and I think that will work really nicely. And then, of course, the felt bows, just choosing the right pink to go with that. A lovely girly baby photo, so I can add all the girly pretty things. And then into the 6x12 stickers first of all, to see if there's anything else. And I love these florals, so I had a couple of florals at the bottom, just layered over one another, overlapping, just to create a base for that cluster. And then I really like this hello title, so I'm just going to gently place that down, deciding whether to add foam to it or not at this stage. So, and the same with that butterfly, I should probably pop its wings up on foam at a later date. So now going into the ephemera pieces, just to see what I can find here. Straight away I'm drawn to this ticket with the lovely gold foiling on it, and it's bringing a bit of that darker pink in. And I'm looking at this word strip, but I don't think it's going to work, but I do like the pop of black that it brings into the layout. But I definitely want to use that hello title, so I'm not too sure. So at this stage, nothing's stuck down. I'm just having a play because I don't want to fill in that white cardstock next to Amelia. So didn't want to bring in any yellow, so I nixed that ticket quite quickly. Another little butterfly to add to that cluster at the bottom. And a little birdie. Just having a look through to see what else. Another heart. I want to get some more hearts in because obviously that was on the tic-tac-toe challenge. And it's a picture of my beautiful girl, so. I'm just fiddling now, and this is where I decide I want to bring in my mixed media. So that's my little pot of Lindy's Magicals. So just adding a bit of water to my mixed media mat, and then I'll add some of this powder. I think this is clam bake. It's a gorgeous pink, and these Lindy's Magicals, if you don't mix them too much, all the different colours come out as you paint onto your paper, and you'll see that here. So I've got peaches and pinks and different tones going all the way across. Really happy with how that turns out. Just making sure that it's darker at the bottom and fades, or to the right, I should say. And then I had this compass die cut on my desk. It's one of the dies that we sell at Hey Little Magpie. And because we were over in Northern Ireland, I thought that would be a great base for the cluster there. And it's also just bringing a bit of white in onto that very big patch of mixed media. First of all, I just want to add a little bit more. So I'm coming in with spun sugar and an All and Create stamp. You can see at the top of the screen there, just to add a bit of texture. But the spun sugar you can barely see, so I come in with tea dye next. And that's a really nice contrast against the peachy orange or peachy pink. So I love that. And again, just focusing in on the hearts on that stamp to add the texture. So now I'm coming in with that die cut, and then I can start layering up all these embellishments that I pulled out before to create that cluster at the bottom. So just peeling them all off the backing sheets and adding them down, adding glue where it's needed. And it's all coming together really nicely. This is such a gorgeous collection for little girls, but there are so many other colours in it. You could use it for anything. I've already used it a few times and I'm in love. It's really nice. So Rainbow Ave by Celes Gonzalo, so do check that out. So just adding some foam now to add some dimension. Like I said, I wanted to add it to the butterfly wings on the top left and also to this title that says hello. So just adding, making sure that I've got enough on there so that it stands up nice and proud. It also helps it go over those lumpy edges of the circles that I've got where I've distressed them. Just making sure that everything's down. Adding this ticket. So of course just having to pull things up because I stick them down and then find the other bits that were meant to go behind. But it's all a part of the joy of layering, I suppose, isn't it? So that's that cluster more or less sorted. Just adding that heart. And then I'm going to come in with some foam, like I said, on these butterfly wings So the body is flat to the page, but then the wings stick up a bit. So back into these stickers, just looking for a few more hearts and things, just to dot around the page. Both the 6x12 stickers and also the beautiful puffy stickers here. I'm just layering things up. And I love all the different dimension that you get from using the different pieces around the page. And now I'm coming in with the journaling, and I'm just going to write about where we were and what we were doing, and going around the curve of that circle was the perfect way to do that. So as I say, a couple more puffy stickers, and then of course I'm going to come in with some gold splatters at the end, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't do that, would it? So you can see my inklings Good as Gold is there to the left hand side, just with a bit of water in, waiting to be able to be used, and a very fine brush, and I'm just focusing on the clusters that I've got around the page. So just checking that I'm happy, a bit more across the bottom, and that's it. I'll leave you with some close-ups. Please do check out the Hey Little Magpie Chat and Inspiration group, and I shall see you again very soon. Thanks again. Bye.